Hi Cancers, and welcome to your reading for June 2019. My name is Melanie. Apologies that this is such a late reading in June. It's already 8th of June, so maybe this is a reading from now until the end of June. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising sign people. It's a general reading, so of course it may or may not resonate. So just take what you like and leave the rest, and on we go. So I do a 5-card spread for monthly readings. The first card represents the past energy, past situation that may be relevant for this month, and for that you guys receive the 3 of Wands card. The second card along being about this month, current issues and situation this month, is the 8 of Swords. The third card being any possible obstacles that may show up this month. You guys got the Knight of Coins or the Knight of Pentacles reversed. What may be useful this month is the 10 of Cups card, and the outcome card for the month is the Wheel of Fortune card. And that final card they're laying down from a different deck of cards. I use more like oracle cards. That one's called Moon, and that's about secrets, and I'll be reading about the messages of that card towards the end of your reading. So let's dive right in. So starting with the 3 of Wands. So this is a card of waiting for your ships to come in, or having sent your ships out, your ideas out, you've started something and you're waiting to see how it's going. Either the ships are coming back in, or you're sending them out and you're kind of waiting now, hopefully for some favorable returns. You started a journey, started a process, started a goal, but you haven't quite gone the distance yet. This is only number 3, but you're getting there. You can sort of see or hopefully you can see, you're looking out across the horizon really, and hopefully seeing an end in sight and some rewards in sight. And there's a sense perhaps of excitement that I've started this endeavor, I've started this project, I'm waiting for them to come in. I've sort of done it on my own, I've done it my own way. I've climbed to the top of this mountain. I'm looking down and looking out around me to possibly lead and guide others who are starting on their journey. But there's a sense of being very busy with this card, of being on the go, of any difficulties and struggles that you've had ending really, and now you're at maybe there has been some struggles and some disappointments, but you're kind of on top of the mountain and you're waiting for the return of what you've put out there. Like I said, waiting for your ships to come in, but things are, you're kind of standing on your own there, and you've really come a long way, and you've been waiting for the end of something, or something that you've started to be finished, and the rewards to come in. So anyway, that's in your past. That's a past energy there. So it looks like you well and truly started something and were waiting for an outcome perhaps, and you were feeling pretty good about it, feeling very positive, feeling quite strong in your position of what you had started to do, and you could sort of see some long-term outcomes hopefully coming in. There's a bit of a sense of waiting with that card as well, waiting for your ships to come in, or sending, seeing what's happening now. You've kind of put things into play, and now you're like, I'm kind of waiting around. The card, we'll see if that is relevant for the rest of the reading here. So the card in the second card along there representing current issues, current energies, current situation this month, you have the 8 of Swords card. So this is a card it's a tricky card, being a little stuck. Swords are to do with our thoughts, our ideas, our words, our beliefs, communication. And the 8 of Swords is being a little stuck in our own heads in some sort of way, and being sort of bound by our own beliefs about something, being a bit cut off from other people and their sort of ideas and thoughts, having possibly a bit of a closed mind about something, feeling a bit constricted or bound or stuck in some way, but not realizing that you're potentially doing this to yourself, that you're feeling quite isolated, feeling imprisoned or bound in some way by some obstacles, and feeling a bit woe is me kind of thing, but not kind of struggling to see that you can actually free yourself from that situation if you choose to, if you're able to get a different perspective, if you're able to not let your doubts, your fears, your anxieties hold you back. There's a sense of sort of being trapped perhaps right now, that there is a goal or an ambition that you had or that you still have, but maybe that is what was coming up with that Three of Wands there, that you'd started something well on the way with that, seeing how it's kind of panning out, and now you're a little stuck in not trusting yourself or not trusting others, and being very fretful, I guess, and fearful that things aren't going to work out, and sort of wanting to not see things clearly, and not perhaps wanting to take full responsibility for what's happening right now, because you don't believe that you'll be able to fix it or get yourself out of it, but you absolutely can. You need to, of course, get some awareness around that, and maybe talk to other people to sort of free yourself and to sort of unchain yourself and to take the blindfold off, and to be less constricted by your own actions, really. This is a card just about being mindful of your spoken word, your attitude towards people, if that's caused any kind of difficulties, usually coming from a place, I guess, of fear or panic around something, and being very kind of fixed on an idea, potentially, that is cutting you off from people or seeing the true situation, and hence you feel kind of a little bit stuck and a bit trapped in something right now. Bit of a tricky energy, obviously. What may be an obstacle this month? You guys have the Knight of Coins, or otherwise known as the Knight of Pentacles card in reverse. So Knights are agents of change, I would say. They're very adventurous, chivalrous, transformative kind of individuals and energies. They are defenders, they are cavaliers. They create movement and change. They, like I said, they defend. They're very action and goal oriented. The Knight of Pentacles, though, is quite a slow moving energy, typically. Very steady, very methodical, conservative, having kind of well-defined goals, but not really looking outside the box, so to speak. Sometimes it can be about financial blessings or bringing in some sort of good stuff happening with money, the coming and going of money and financial kind of matters. However, this card is in reverse. So what does that mean? It can mean that there is a sense of stuckness again, a sense of stagnation, particularly around money and finances. It can be about fears stopping you from moving forward, and you're sort of holding on to or clinging to what you know. It can be a sense of boredom, of laziness, and this actually, as I'm talking through, it really makes sense with that Eight of Swords card there, and being quite stuck and kind of cut off from things, perhaps out of fears that are only existing in your head, really. Maybe you are really fearful of a financial situation. Perhaps you started a creative enterprise, say, with that Three of Wands card. You had the idea, you went for it, you put plans in action, you started something, and now you're anxiously waiting to see how it's all going to turn out. There are some blips, maybe things haven't quite gone as smoothly as you hoped. And hey, that's life, and we can't be prepared for everything. But just be careful, though, of not going, well, that's it, kind of thing. Or I'm just going to bury my head in the sand. Or I'm so freaking out right now because I've invested so much in this that I'm going to actually make it worse by not dealing with it all. So, be very, very, I guess, careful about that this month. I get the kind of fears and anxieties. Obviously, if you've invested a lot financially or invested a lot emotionally or invested a lot of your time and energy into something that you were really passionate about, and you're starting to think, holy shit, I don't know if this is going to work out. Obviously, that's a very difficult place to be. You need to breathe. You need to just remember what you're doing and why you're doing it. And to have faith. Easy for me to say. Even if it doesn't work out, at least you tried it. Let's think about what may be useful this month. So you have the Ten of Cups card. Ten of Cups. Beautiful card. A card of celebration, of happiness, of joy, of groups being together with people, celebrating together, socializing. It's a card of harmony, of marriage potentially, but really the pleasures of life. Love and warmth and joy, feeling loved and cared for. It's a card about celebrating after the passing of a storm. It can sometimes be a card about travel and journeys. It's a reminder to pay attention to your intuition, about being in touch with your heart, about being spontaneous, about remembering your emotional connections to people and your loved ones. I think this is encouraging you to rest on that for now. If you are battling in some way, to connect to your family or connect to your loved ones, whoever they are, to loosen up, to get out there, perhaps celebrate, maybe not celebrate if you're not feeling that way, but to socialize, go and have some fun. Remember, there's so much awesomeness and beauty in the world. And you know, sometimes I think when we've been working away at something so hard and we've given so much of our heart and soul in it, and now we're really, really worried that it's not going to work out, we forget, we're so kind of trapped in that we kind of forget that we need to lighten up, we need to loosen up, we need to get back in touch with feeling good, even if just for a few hours or a few days kind of thing. Go on a holiday, have some travel, have a bit of a break, get a bit of a perspective, connect to people that really give you a good sense of love and support, that are going to bring you joy, and are going to be on your side with your hopes and dreams and whatever it is that you have been really working hard on here. The outcome card for you guys for this month is the Wheel of Fortune card. How interesting. Wheel of Fortune is about good luck. It's about karma, cycles, life cycles, balance being restored, a turning point, fate stepping in and taking charge, unexpected events, sudden luck, good luck, a godsend, things turning in your favor. This is a wheel, the Wheel of Fortune kind of thing. This is saying that you are on the right path. That you are unlocking things, that things are always turning, so when things take a downturn, it's so easy to think, holy shit, I'm failing, this is not going to work, I cannot see this changing. This is saying that something, I think, quite sudden, quite unexpected, but quite wonderful is going to show up this month that is going to lift you up again. It's going to get things moving again in a really good and really positive way. It's going to get you back on track. It's going to help you to feel like success is absolutely possible and is already on its way, through these kind of unexpected events. The odds going in your favor. It's a very symbolic card of kind of karma and things way bigger than us stepping in to encourage us out of the blue that we're on the right path, and that everything's going to be okay, it's all going to work out. It really, really is. I think this is a very encouraging card because it looks like you've been really struggling and very worried about something and very stuck in something. This is getting you moving. This is a wheel. Wheels are movement, and you're going to get back on track and go with the flow of that because of this sudden kind of luck or something, some sort of fated event or fated connection that happens. Maybe that's a connection that shows up if you step outside, if you start to socialize, or you just have a break, or you get away for a little bit and you have some fun. You never know what's going to happen as a result of that, who you're going to meet, or a conversation that you may randomly have, and boom, you're off again. Finally, now I'm just going to read from this book, Dreamtime Reading Cards. The Dreamtime is the Aboriginal Australian spiritual belief system. I love these cards. I love them visually, and I love the words and the meanings behind them. So I'm going to read about the card that came through for you guys this month. It's called Moon, and that's about secrets. Although in a lot of traditional societies the moon is associated with femininity, I've always known it as being male. That's the author talking here. It's because of this fact that it is associated with secrets and mystery. Traditionally, what we call men's business and women's business were gender specific and not shared with those of the opposite gender. The moon is very powerful. It controls the cycles of the oceans and the female womb. During the full moon, it offers periods of illumination. As it wanes to the dark moon, the earth is once again returned to darkness and questioning. And boy, I think you are questioning things right now. The moon is a messenger offering the knowledge that life continually cycles. Wheel of Fortune cycles. You may never have all the answers or understanding of why things happen the way they do, but you can be assured the cycles continue as the moon moves through its phases. You will have times of power and times when you stumble in the darkness. There will be answers that are illuminating and moments where your emotions will feel overwhelmed by unanswerable questions. At a time of feeling unsure, it may be wise to remember your personal power and your own inner light. Take action and responsibility for the life you are living. The moon represents a time for making intentions, for seeking answers and acknowledging your own power. Incredible. I think that really fits so well with the tarot cards. Makes me feel really emotional for some reason. Like, I really see your struggle. Whoever this is resonating with, if anyone, it looks like you have forgotten some of your personal power, and you need to take some responsibility for your struggles right now. But this is a cycle, this is a phase. Things are now going to be turning in your favor this month. Trust that, absolutely trust that. You so don't know what's around the corner, and I think something really good and really wonderful is around the corner for you guys. So thank you so much for watching and listening to this reading. I'm really, really grateful. I'm endeavouring to get the July readings out before July, so have a good rest of June, and I'll see you then.